Rhea Ripley leaves the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio teases a new alliance. Who gets paid more, Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar? WWE legend to finally return to confront Roman Reigns. Nia Jax reveals new look and impressive body transformation. Vince McMahon bashed over a very controversial segment. WWE's new World Heavyweight Championship belt bash, and more. Let's jump right into it. Roman Reigns only successful because of Brock Lesnar. Not many could have envisioned the dominance Roman Reigns currently holds over WWE. Road Dogg believes the Tribal Chief's series of matches against Brock Lesnar play a significant role in developing his current position in the company. WWE has built up Roman Reigns as if he is the final boss in a video game, and thus far, every challenger that has stepped up to take him down has failed. Brock Lesnar has arguably been Reigns' greatest rival in WWE. He last faced his arch nemesis at SummerSlam 2022. The highlight reel Last Man Standing Showdown is considered one of last year's best matches, as Lesnar and Reigns seemingly wrote the final chapter in their long-standing rivalry. While discussing Roman and Brock's feud on his Oh You Didn't Know podcast this week, Road Dogg Brian James admitted that Reigns' success has a lot to do with his series of matches against the Beast incarnate. The WWE Hall of Famer explained that the main objective of the extended program was not to make Lesnar a bigger name, but to showcase Reigns as the undisputed top guy in the company. Look, to be quite honest, I don't think it was ever meant to be that helpful from Brock. Brock is Brock, and Brock's going to bring to the table what Brock's going to bring to the table. That means physicality as well as promotability and all of the above. So I think it's all about building Roman through the whole series. I think the success of Roman today speaks of the success of the series. When Roman Reigns broke away from the Shield in 2015, Vince McMahon took a special interest in the Samoan star and pushed him to go after the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, then held by Brock Lesnar. After winning the Royal Rumble against fans' wishes, Reigns headlined WrestleMania 31 against the Beast. However, no one could have anticipated Seth Rollins pulling off the heist of the century and walking out as world champion. The WrestleMania match was just the first of many singles matches between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, as WWE couldn't keep them apart in the years that followed. Reigns and Lesnar even featured in a triple threat match at Fastlane 2016 involving Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley. The two superstars went on to have bouts at WrestleMania 34, the Greatest Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam events in 2018, before reigniting their conflict 2 years ago, leading to matches at Crown Jewel 2021, WrestleMania 38, and SummerSlam 2022. While a section of the WWE Universe might be tired of seeing them cross each other's paths repeatedly, Lesnar clearly did his bit in ensuring Roman Reigns became one of the biggest draws for the company in the modern era. Is Brock Lesnar the Bloodline leader's greatest rival ever? Sound off in the comments section below. Who gets paid more, Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar? Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar are among WWE's biggest stars today, which is why it's no surprise that they have been offered highly lucrative deals by the company. However, there's a slight difference between their contracts. As per recent reports, Brock Lesnar is getting paid more than Roman Reigns. It was claimed that he earns a yearly salary of $5.04 million, while Reigns makes $5.02 million. Last year, it was also noted that the Beast gets paid $500,000 for every main event appearance. Following the former rivals is Randy Orton, who is currently absent due to an injury. He is the third highest paid WWE superstar, with a reported annual salary of $4 million. Seth Rollins is placed fourth with $3.5 million. Becky Lynch was placed in the fifth spot in the list of highest paid WWE superstars in 2023 with an annual salary of $3.12 million. Brock Lesnar is not the most active superstar in the Stamford-based promotion, much like the Tribal Chief. However, he remains a significant attraction for the company even after decades in the business. The Beast incarnate has had a long run in the Stamford-based promotion. After leaving the company in 2004, he established himself as a dangerous UFC fighter. He returned to WWE in 2012 and became one of the most dominant stars on the roster. However, it looks like his current deal with the company will only see him wrestle a handful of matches. It was previously reported that Brock Lesnar signed an 18-month WWE contract before SummerSlam 2021. Ahead of WrestleMania 39, Zero News shared that the former UFC fighter was seemingly looking to sign a one-year deal until Mania 40, which would see him compete in 5 matches leading up to the event. The report added that if the deal were confirmed, Lesnar would win against his then opponent Omos. Brock Lesnar looking to sign one-year deal to minimum 40, 5 matches, last contract with WWE. If Lesnar decided against signing a new deal, he'd be losing clean to Omos at Mania next weekend. If he wins, he signed, reported Zero News. During this year's shows, Lesnar did pick up a win, which could mean he secured a new deal with WWE. It would be interesting to see what's next for the multi-time world champion in the company. If the WWE legend to finally return to confront Roman Reigns. It's no secret that members of Roman Reigns' bloodline faction have had various conflicts with each other in WWE. Even now, there appears to be some friction between Reigns and the Usos. With that in mind, could the legendary Rikishi, Jimmy and Jey Uso's father, take part in the storyline at some point? While the 57-year-old has been retired for a while, he is still a part of the industry in a non-wrestling capacity. Rikishi's last WWE appearance came in November 2020 during The Undertaker's retirement ceremony at Survivor Series. Should the WWE Hall of Famer return, it would make sense to pit him against Reigns. A major aspect of the Bloodline's current run is that the tribal chief has the Usos firmly under his thumb. As part of the story, Sami Zayn, a former member of the faction, has repeatedly encouraged Jey Uso to break free from Roman Reigns' manipulative ways. Jey is yet to retaliate despite all the hints suggesting that he secretly agrees with Zayn. Enter Rikishi. A confrontation between Rikishi and Roman Reigns would be an exciting scenario amid the Bloodline's potential downfall. The WWE legend does not have to return for a match, as Jimmy and Jey Uso could fight this battle for him. Where all the drama leaves Solo Sikoa, also Rikishi's son, would be another intriguing storyline opportunity to explore. In a storyline about bloodlines, Jimmy and Jey's father should convince them to take a leap of faith and leave the faction. While the twins already seem to be on this path, Rikishi could prompt them to finally pull the trigger. At Royal Rumble 2023, WWE finally pulled off Sami Zayn's departure from the bloodline. After the event, Rikishi criticized his family's action. In character, as the Canadian star had suffered a beatdown by some of the faction members led by Roman Reigns. The Hall of Famer expressed his thoughts about the angle on Sony Sports Network's Extra Dominic show in January. "I get it. It's a family. It's the bloodline. We protect ourselves. We do what we do in professional wrestling." Rikishi continued, "But at the end of the day, I can almost say after watching this, I was sick to my stomach to be able to see these types of actions unfold. There is enough reason for WWE to book a Rikishi return, even if it does not result in any in-ring action for the professional wrestling legend." Interestingly, reports have suggested that he was supposed to appear on screen for a big segment earlier this year. Would you like to see a confrontation between Roman Reigns and Rikishi? Sound off in the comments section below. Nia Jax reveals new look and impressive body transformation. Former WWE superstar Nia Jax Finning is now sporting a curly hairstyle as per her latest Instagram post. Jax has been away from wrestling as a full-time performer for quite a long time. She regularly shares posts on her official Instagram handle to keep her fans updated about her life and career. Nia Jax recently posted a couple of pictures with WWE superstars Charlotte Flair and Ava Raine. In the pictures, she can be seen rocking a curly hairstyle. Jax has been putting in a lot of work at the gym. The former WWE superstar recently shared a picture on social media in which fans can clearly see her amazing body transformation. Jax's transformation picture received a lot of praise from the WWE universe. Jax seems interested in a WWE return somewhere down the line. While speaking with Tommy Dreamer and Mickie James on Busted Open Radio, here's what she said about a possible return. "I did catch the bug again when I got in the ring. I was like, oh, this feeling, this adrenaline that pumps through you. I was breathing super hard before I went out, and I had Kasama breathing me through it, and I had a bunch of the guys come by and give me a hug. So when my music hit, that feeling of like, oh, what the hell was I thinking? Let's go. I did catch the bug after being in the Rumble." Jax's fans would love for her to make a return to WWE in the near future. She's a former Raw Women's Champion and two-time WWE Women's Tag Team Champion as well. Vince McMahon bashed over a very controversial segment. WWE was once again surrounded by controversy after a new lawsuit was filed against the company, which detonated the company's possible plans for the superstars involved in racist overtone. Following this, fans reacted to an old promotional video involving Vince McMahon, Shelton Benjamin, and Trish Stratus. Vince McMahon has had a history of upsetting the WWE universe on numerous occasions, whether with his creative decisions or the treatment of female superstars over the past year. Earlier this month, he returned and changed several plans for Raw after WrestleMania 39. After fans found out about the new lawsuit, which stereotyped African Americans in the company, the WWE universe was upset. An old video involving Vince McMahon and Trish Stratus also went viral, which divided the fans as some defended it, while others were offended by the old segment. The segment was a spoof of the NFL, which aired a week before this segment involving McMahon and Stratus. Fans were upset with the racist overtones and stereotyping of African Americans and the use of women during such segments. Earlier this year, Trish Stratus made her return to the company when she appeared on Raw to assist Becky Lynch and Lita. The duo won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships from Damage Control's Io Sky and Dakota Kai with the help of Stratus. The former champions, along with Trish Stratus, issued a challenge to Damage Control for a match at WrestleMania 39. The Hall of Famers and Becky Becky Lynch were able to defeat the popular stable at the grandest stage of them all. After the event, new #1 contenders were crowned and the champions were set to defend their titles. Before the match, Lita was mysteriously taken out and Lynch teamed up with Trish Stratus instead. In the end, the man lost the title and was attacked by the WWE Hall of Famer. According to a recent report, Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus will feud over the summer. The two will likely have a match at the hottest party of the summer. The man has been absent from weekly television and Stratus has been calling out the former champion on the red brand. What are your thoughts on Becky Lynch vs Trish Stratus? Sound off in the comments section below. WWE's new World Heavyweight Championship belt bashed. WWE veteran Jim Cornette has weighed in on Triple H unveiling the new World Heavyweight Championship on Monday Night Raw this week. The game introduced a modernized version of the classic big gold belt on the red brand and announced that a new champion will be determined at Night of Champions next month. It hasn't been announced yet whether a tournament will be held to crown a new champion or which superstars will compete for the title. Speaking on the latest edition of Jim Cornette's Drive-Thru, the legendary wrestling manager stated that it doesn't make sense for WWE to have another world champion just because Roman Reigns doesn't wrestle often. How does this make sense? The best guy won't wrestle often, so we're gonna make another guy another champion. I could believe an interim champion, I could buy that. That's done in sports, even though Tony Khan does it too much, but no, this is just for no reason, and the reason that they gave does not hold up to any logic or common sense in terms of the fans' enjoyment. It doesn't make any sense, said Jim Cornette. WWE didn't have two world champions until after Vince McMahon bought WCW in the early 2000s. Chris Jericho became the first person to hold the WCW and WWE championship at the same time in 2001. Jim Cornette believes that Vince McMahon would have hated the idea of having two world champions back in the 80s. The reason why everybody wanted to see Roman beaten was because he hasn't been and he's the guy. That's why I keep saying in the 80s, if somebody pitched to Vince, well, Hulk Hogan can have one world title belt and we'll have another world title belt because we're running two shots every night. Vince would throw them out the window. Nobody was gonna have any conflicting belt besides the one that Hogan held. Roman Reigns will remain the undisputed WWE Universal Champion and he'll keep the title on whichever brand he gets drafted to. He's expected to defend it at Night of Champions on May 27 in Saudi Arabia. Who do you think will become the new World Heavyweight Champion? Sound off in the comments below. Finn Balor the first to win the new World Heavyweight Championship. The landscape of WWE changed when Triple H made a blockbuster announcement regarding the future of the shows with the introduction of a brand new World Heavyweight Championship. Fans immediately pushed former Universal Champion Finn Balor to win the new title. Finn Balor's career escalated after he joined the Judgement Day. The Prince went on to become one of the biggest stars on the red brand after he, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley kicked Edge out of the stable. Balor then reinvented himself on the main roster after joining the stable. After Triple H introduced the new World Heavyweight Championship on Raw this past Monday, several names were thrown into the mix by the WWE Universe as the inaugural champion. Fans believe Finn Balor should make history again by becoming the inaugural champion, similar to his previous feat of becoming the inaugural Universal Champion. It's been a while since the Prince held any major gold in the company. It will be interesting to see which superstar becomes the inaugural heavyweight champion of the new era. In 2014, Finn Balor signed with the company and worked on the developmental brand. The following year, he won the NXT Championship by defeating Kevin Owens in Japan. After losing the title to Samoa Joe, he spent some time on NXT working with new stars. In 2016, he moved to the main roster and joined Monday Night Raw. He later became the inaugural Universal Champion by beating Seth Rollins at SummerSlam the same year. Unfortunately, due to injury, he had to relinquish the title a day later. Upon his return, Balor spent most of his time in the mid-card division and ended up winning the Intercontinental Championship on 2 occasions. In 2019, he returned to NXT and later became a 2-time WWE NXT Champion. He then dropped the title to Karrion Kross and made his way back to the main roster. In 2021, he joined SmackDown and feuded with Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. After failing to win the title, he was moved to Raw, where he won the United States Championship from Damian Priest. He joined the Judgement Day last year and has since led the heel faction. Do you want to see Finn Balor as the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion? Sound off in the comment section below. Dominic Mysterio teases a new alliance. WWE Draft 2023 is set to kick off on SmackDown this week. It will determine the fate of superstars and factions as they will join either Raw or SmackDown full-time. The internet wrestling community is already predicting the outcome of WWE Draft 2023. Ahead of the highly anticipated event, one star has seemingly teased the fate of Judgment Day after the WWE Draft. The superstar in question is Dominic Mysterio. Thanks to Austin Theory, the 26-year-old superstar is once again the subject of discussion. The United States champion posted a snap of himself and ex-con Dom on Instagram. This led to speculation that the two might join forces after the WWE Draft 2023. Theory posted another photo of the 2 days after he dropped the first one. The second photo shows them posing inside a gym. This suggests that the two had a workout session together. Both maintain kayfabe even when they aren't on WWE television. Having said that, Dominic Mysterio leaving Judgment Day after the WWE Draft to ally with Theory is pure speculation. It is worth mentioning that Judgment Day minus Rhea Ripley is eligible for the draft next week on Raw. Mammy is eligible too, but she's listed separately and not part of the group that has been instrumental in getting her to the point in her career where she's at today. It remains to be seen what the draft will have in store for Judgment Day. The draft's first round will go down on SmackDown in just a couple of hours. Fans are already wondering who'd be the #1 pick. Given Roman Reigns' current status in the company, it'd be a no-brainer for WWE to draft him as the first pick. The second night of the draft could see Cody Rhodes become the first pick for the Red brand. The American Nightmare failed to defeat the Tribal Chief for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship at WrestleMania 39. He is set to face Brock Lesnar at Backlash next Saturday. It remains to be seen how things will go down in the WWE Draft 2023. Rhea Ripley leaves the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley's fate will be decided during Night 2 of WWE Draft 2023 next week on Raw. The Eradicator of the Judgment Day is among the 96 superstars eligible for the draft. Having said that, the big question that's on everyone's mind is about Rhea Ripley's association with the heel faction. WWE recently posted a graphic of the superstars eligible for the draft on their website. The press release has listed the names of the superstars as well. It is interesting to note that Rhea Ripley is listed separately from the Judgment Day, though the group is set to be drafted on the same night. Rhea's status as the SmackDown Women's Champion could be the reason for WWE listing her separately. Mammy is heavily expected to join the Blue brand full-time along with Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest. It is worth noting that the promotion has the Bloodline listed separately for the draft as well. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa were announced for Night 1 of the draft, set for SmackDown this Friday. The Usos, on the other hand, are set to appear as part of the draft next Monday on Raw. The Eradicator defeated Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania 39. Mammy will have her first title defense against Zelina Vega at the upcoming Backlash Premium Live event in Puerto Rico. Rhea Ripley's Judgment Day stablemate Damian Priest will also have his hands full at the May 6 Premium Live event. The Archer of Infamy will go up against international music sensation Bad Bunny in a street fight. It remains to be seen if both members of the Judgment Day will prevail against their opponents in San Juan next Saturday. Are you excited for Backlash? Let us know in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me